What's up, everybody? Fortnite OG season is almost over.
No.
So what were the best weapons of this crazy fun season in Zero Build? What guns were too good to be true? Let's figure out the best 5, the worst 5, and also take a look at which weapons were over and underrated in the OG season. The 5th best weapon for Zero Build was the suppressed sniper. The big argument to be made is heavy versus the suppressed. Both can one-shot, but the heavy does more body damage. While more damage is nice, I feel like the point of using the snipers is for that one-shot ability. Yeah, you can crack somebody's shields, but you still want that clip, am I right? Plus, the suppressed reloads faster. If you're role-playing Oswald, you ain't got all day to take your shots, kid. That motorcade is moving.
Back and to the left.
The 5th worst weapon this season belongs to the scoped assault rifle. The scope feature is nice for Zero, but the weapon is just too slow and the kick is too much. It's like watching old people hook up, slow and confusing. I think we needed the thermal version, but that might have been too much. What a nice advantage in endgame, huh? The 4th best weapon for OG had to be the P90. Not the best season for the swap strat, but if you were using it, the high-end SMG was clearly the best choice. The winner of the 4th worst weapon is the Burst AR, otherwise known as the FAMAS. Even with the old school 3 burst, it is simply too underwhelming for ranged fights in Zero, and it struggles versus a moving target. Okay, switching gears here to the most overrated weapons in Fortnite OG, and this one will be controversial. 3 choices: the light machine gun, the Scar, and the Spaz. What? 2 iconic Fortnite weapons are overrated? What?
Nothing to see here.
But it's okay, it's okay. I'm picking the light machine gun as the most overrated. It was touted by the Zero Build experts as the go-to ranged weapon, so I think it deserves it. And to be fair, the Pump and the Scar are classic build mode guns that work well in that mode, but Zero Build not so much without the swap. Alrighty, back to the countdown. The 3rd best OG weapon was the Tac Shotty. Pretty much self-explanatory here. It was fast enough to make it easier to run 2 guns, and if you got a purple or gold, you were in business, baby. The 3rd worst weapon has to be the 6-shooter. What an absolutely terrible pistol. Sure, it has great DPS while hipfiring, but it's terrible while ADSing. I don't think guns with that gimmicky hipfire and ADS difference are good, especially in this game with all the other things we can carry. We kinda need our guns to not be so wonky. We are down to the best and worst 2 weapons, ladies and gentlemen. The 2nd best weapon is the drum shotgun. Probably also the most hated as well. Use this gun and it's almost like cheating. Like it's okay because it's across state lines kind of cheating. Might be one of the best shotguns in the pool ever, but it still is 100% the most divisive, that's for sure. Still, you can't argue with its ability to drop an opponent quickly. The 2nd worst weapon has to be the proximity grenade launcher. Another terrible gun. Why would you take this over a grenade launcher? Like, seriously? Get that thing out of here.
Goodbye, Benny.
Before we get to the best and worst OG season weapons, it's time for the most underrated guns. The finalists are the Deagle, the drum gun, and the flintlock pistol. The drum gun was pretty solid in the swap roll, and the hand cannon does nasty damage, especially on the hoverboards. But that flintlock, in the right hands, combos insanely well with the pump and the grappler. I would argue that combo was one of the most underrated loadouts in OG. Phase Replay slays with it. We should name the loadout after him. Okay, down to the last 2 weapons. The worst OG weapon belongs to the quad launcher. This thing's a worse version of a rocket launcher, in the same pool as the rocket launcher. Why would anyone choose the quad? This is the proximity launcher all over again. All it did was clog up the spawns. And finally, we have the best Fortnite OG weapon. And it was pretty close. I almost put the drum shotgun here. But it has to go to the infantry rifle. Hands down the best assault rifle in Zero Build. And a lot of fights are still at range despite having enough mobility to close the distance in an engagement. Having a solid long-range AR was crucial, but there were just too many of them in the pool. Funny how even in a classic season, we still have a bunch of assault rifles clogging up the loot pool.
Can you get a pick? I'm behind the ridge. You can't see me.
I could just do that instead.
Nice. That works too.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed my best and worst 5 weapons. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like. Next video coming right up.